Good afternoon, viewers, or hello to you viewers. This is Abel Hangoma, the Radical Farmer, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a multi-million-dollar lesson, a lesson which can change your life if you have got eyes and you've got hands. Today we are going to learn about how to plant and germinate a seed. You know, when you talk about seed germination, there are so many things which happen for a seed to germinate, and some of them we may not even understand them, but we can still germinate a seed. You know, like right now I'm shooting this video under a tree which came from a seed. All the food we are eating, the grass we are seeing, the trees, and everything that surrounds us and everything that beautifies this planet and our surrounding is as a result of a seed. And I think it's very important for people to know how to plant seed. How can we be talking, how can we fight deforestation? How can we fight global warming, soil erosion, and other catastrophes which are coming if we don't know how to plant a seed? I believe that when we know how to plant a seed, we can solve so many problems. Like right now, me, I'm a farmer, and the core activity which I do is just planting seed. I make a lot of money from planting seeds. And I want you also to know how you can make money from just planting a seed. On a daily basis, people want food. On a daily basis, people need fruits. And all these fruits are not coming by accident. They are coming from a seed. And on my table here, as you can see, it somehow looks very crazy, but these are millions I'm seeing around here just from a seed. So, one thing you should understand, that a seed is very important. A seed is critically important. All the trees you are seeing in this world, it is as a result of a seed. All the beauty you are seeing is as a result of a seed. Without a seed, I don't know how this world would be. Now, before I proceed about a seed, it's very important that you understand the processes that are required for a seed to germinate. May you stay tuned and watch the next clip which I got somewhere on the processes and what are the requirements of a seed. Then I'm going to continue from there.
Our topic for today is seed germination.
It's time to work. I know. I will get the seed.
The life of a plant begins from a tiny seed. The seed is protected by an outer covering called a seed coat. The seed contains a small baby plant called an embryo.
Let's sow the seed. Wait, I have some conditions.
Conditions required for the growth of a seed are moisture, warmth, nutrient-rich soil, sunlight, good quality seed. Once these conditions are satisfied, the seed begins to grow. The seed absorbs water from the soil. And provides moisture to the embryo. The plant cells inside the seed start duplicating. Enzymes get activated. Embryo starts getting nourishment. The first sign of growth is a tiny root which comes out of the seed.
I am Mr. Root. Let us study the process of germination.
With more and more nourishment, the embryo starts growing.
Oh, sunlight. It's time for photosynthesis.
Eventually, the growing plant bursts open through the seed coat in search of sunlight. To start its own process of photosynthesis. Once the seed coat falls off, the root starts growing downwards to anchor the seed. And to search for more food and nutrients from the soil. Meanwhile, the shoot also starts growing upwards towards the light. Soon, we see a baby plant with tiny leaves. This process of the growth of a seed into a plant is called germination.
Aha! Aha!
I believe that I cannot fail to germinate any seed. All the trees you are seeing around here, there is somehow how they can be propagated. There is nothing that cannot be planted. Everything that exists in one way or the other, it was propagated. As you can see around, I've got different types of trees here. All these trees were planted. And behind me as well here, I've got a list of about 26 varieties of trees which I've planted. I have done a lot of experiments on seeds. No wonder I've come to believe that I can germinate any kind of a seed. Even a seed you say is impossible to germinate, bring it to the radical farmer, I'm going to germinate it, because I have been experimenting and I have learned from experience that it is possible to germinate any seed. Now, when you talk about seeds, you have to understand what is really involved in seed germination, but you have to understand the types of seeds which are there on the market. Some of you have told me that it's hard, it's impossible to germinate a seed. Maybe you're planting the wrong seed. There are three types of seeds on the market. The number one, the original one, is the organic one, or the heroin seed. This is the original seed, a seed which can be planted from one generation to the other. And out of this seed, man came and manipulated things, and he came out with two, the hybrid and the GMO. Now, these seeds, some of them, they have got what is called stellar technology, meaning you cannot reproduce it. That's the reason why sometimes you plant a seed, and for you to plant the next season, you have to go back to the seed company. Then the other one is the GMO seed. Now, this is the seed which whereby they combine genes of other species. Maybe they get a rat and a frog, they get genes of a corn and they mix it, then they make a seed. So it's very important to understand which seed can germinate, and I recommend organic heroin seeds. These are the seeds which can germinate. Maybe we are planting a GMO or a hybrid seed which has got a stereo technology in the trees, and as a result is not going to germinate. That's why sometimes you find that GMO or hybrid seeds, fruits or crops, they don't have seeds. They are seedless because of the stereo technology. The seed company want you to go back and buy seeds from them. No wonder, as for me, I've adhered to organic seed. All my trees, they are organic. If you buy a tree from me, you are guaranteed that you can replant the seeds. When it gives you a fruit, you can replant it. If you want, you can get it anywhere, but be very sure that you are getting a genuine organic heirloom seed. It's a seed which can be replanted from one generation to the other. Having said that, I've got a list here. You know me, I like collecting seeds like these. I ordered them from America. I've got a number of them which I'm going to be multiplying because I love genuine things. I love original things. That's the reason why the name of my company is Organic Farm 7. Test the real test. When you have the original seed, you are sure that you are going to succeed and you're going to test the real test. So with me here, I've got a number of seeds. I've got the avocado. Most of you were asking about avocados. So when you look, this avocado is germinated. I've got a peach here. I've got the indigenous mupapa. Then I've got the Mexican apple. I've got guavas here. Then I've got the flamboyant seed. Then I've got the baobab seed. Then I've got the papaya seed and the mango seed and all these seeds. And I'm going to quickly show you on how you can germinate these seeds within 14 days to 30 days maximum. Now, there are some tricks and techniques you have to understand. Number one, you have to understand the seed anatomy. What I mean with the seed anatomy is the shape. How does the seed look like? Like, for example, I'm going to begin with an avocado seed. When an avocado is hanging on the tree, this is how it hangs. You know, it has got like a cubic shape. This is how it hangs on a fruit. When you talk about a mango tree, you see this is a big mango. It hangs like this. So the shape is like this. So one thing you should understand, for those fruits which hang and they have got a bigger seed, how you plant them is based on how they are hanging. Let's say, for example, if you see this avocado, some of you maybe have planted like this, others like this. There are different methods, but the one which I've seen works and the one which I use, it germinates within a maximum of 30 days, is you plant it upside, just like the way it is falling from a tree. So when you plant it, you see the roots are coming from here and the shoot is coming from up here. And when you talk about seed, the first thing which comes out is the roots. They go down. So when they go down, then from there, that's when the shoot goes up. Now I'm going to show you how you can plant any seed. The principles are the same to most of the seed, but there are three things you have to understand about a seed. What a seed requires to germinate. It needs one, moisture. It needs warmth. It needs a germination media, and also it needs sunlight. So when these conditions are met, then any seed can germinate. If you fail to germinate a seed, there must be a problem somewhere, somehow, not with the seed or with the condition, but you as the plant. So you have to make sure that all these things are in place. So like here, I have everything that is needed in place. Number one, I've got the soil. Now your soil is supposed to be very good. Like you can see, my soil is very loose. Compact soil is bad. The best way I would recommend, if you have compost, far much better. If you don't have compost, it will be better you go and collect under a thicket or under a tree which has been dropping a lot of leaves for some time. If you think there is like this tree, this is a soil rejuvenation tree. It's called Rukinia. It drops very fine droplets, and if you have one, or if you don't have, you can buy one, and I'm selling some of them. It drops very good leaves which can help you come up with the best soil for germinating any seed. And you see, when you have the right soil in place, it has got good phosphorus and it has got all these other nutrients which are good for root development, because tender plants, they need a lot of root development. So make sure that you have got the best soil in place. This is the germination media. Then the soil is not supposed to be waterlogged, because you can drown the plant. So you have to make sure that there's only needed moisture. And to maintain the moisture, don't put the plant in direct sunlight. Put it under a shade, or maybe if you have a greenhouse, far much better. If you don't have a greenhouse, just put it under a shade. No wonder I'm looking at, organic farming must be made as much as simple as possible, and it's very simple. You don't have to complicate it. So when you have your soil in place and it's very good soil, then we are ready to start germinating seeds. Then the other thing about seed you should understand is the anatomy of the seed. How is the seed looking like? For example, when you look at this mango, when it is hanging, it is like this. When this avocado is hanging, it is like this. So you should know where the shoot is coming from and where the roots are coming from. Because when you talk about plants, the first thing which comes in place, or the first thing which comes out, is the roots. Like you see this avocado, the roots, they come first before the shoot. So when you are planting it, you have to plant where the shoots are coming from. And you know, one thing you should understand it clearly is that the seed is not supposed to be covered 100%. It's just, if you are covering just a bit of it. So when you get, like, when you are planting, this is how you plant an avocado seed. When you plant it, let's say for example, this is an avocado seed. It has not yet germinated. So when you plant it, you put it like this. It should sit like this. Then when you cover it, don't cover it so much, just like this. This is enough. Or if it has covered, maybe just up to this, but there should be some part protruding, because this is where the shoot is going to come from. Like this, your avocado is going to germinate, no doubt. It can take maybe up to 30 days, but if you're lucky, it can take between 14 to 30 days. It is going to germinate. So this is how you plant an avocado seed. Don't plant it don't plant it like this or like that. It should sit like this. As you can see here, the roots are coming from here and the shoot is coming from here. When you talk about mango seed, you know, all these things I'm teaching you, I did the wrong thing and I failed terribly. Seeds were not germinating. This is a mango seed, though it's not mature, but I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say. The mango seed, how you plant it, the shoot comes out from here and the roots come out from here and they go down like this. So when you are planting a mango seed also, plant it like this. You get the point? So it comes like this and you cover it just like that. Even when you don't cover it fully, it's going to germinate. Make sure that you leave some space outside. Then there's also, when you talk about these other seeds, these are guava seeds. Now with the seeds, you know, when you talk about these, they don't have a hard coat. The mango tree doesn't have a hard coat, but even the guava seed doesn't have a hard coat. So with these ones, when you plant them, just make sure that you don't cover them that much. Same applies to papaya seed. A lot of you were asking on how to plant papaya seeds. So the same thing you do with papaya seed, you just put them on top. Then just cover them a bit, not very much, but they should be visible even when you see them, with a good soil, and just make sure that the moisture is well maintained. So when you have this, you put it under a shade. Like for papaya seed and guava seeds, within 14 days they should start germinating. The mango also, within 14 days it should start germinating. So I'm hoping that this year you're going to plant a lot of fruits. So when you come also to these seeds, like these seeds, these are for casuarina seeds. Same applies to eucalyptus seeds. These are tiny seeds. With these, the best medium you can plant is using sand. Let's assume this is sand. When you put your sand here, you just get your seeds, you sprinkle them on top. You don't even cover them. You don't have to cover them, just sprinkle them. They will know what to do. You sprinkle them and just make sure that there's enough moisture in that place where you've put them. Then put them under a shade where there's semi sunlight, and as a result is going to germinate within, like with these, within 14 days. Even the same applies to eucalyptus. Don't you cover them. Then with the seeds which have got hard coats, like this one for a peach, even for a baobab it has got a hard coat. This one also for flamboyant has got a hard coat. This one also, you can even hear the sound. These, they have got hard coats. Now when you plant these just like that, they will take ages. Now I've got my germination technology here. You see this bottle of clear water. When you drink water next time, don't throw it away. This thing is very powerful because it is going to help your seeds germinate. So for this seed to germinate, for the water to get into the embryo so that the embryo can start producing the roots and the shoots, water has to reach the embryo. Now how do you help this seed to germinate fast? Now this is it's a multi-million technology, but I'm giving it out for free and I'm going to pay the bills, don't worry. So you get your seeds. No matter the hardest seeds you think they are very hard to germinate, You get your seeds, you put them in this water. It's not hot, it's just room temperature. You get your seeds, you put them here. I don't know how many you want to plant, but you can plant as many as possible. So after taking, depending on how hard the seeds are, you get this bottle of the seeds you've put inside. You close it tight, then you put it on sunlight. Depending on how hard the seed, within 24 to 48 hours, you're going to see that the outer coat, the hard coat, has become soft, and the water has reached the embryo, and germination has been initiated. And the moment you just get it out of this bottle, straight you put into the soil. Now when you put it into the soil, you don't have to cover it so much. Just open a little bit, you cover it, then just there and then it is going to germinate. Maybe within 2-3 days, 4 days, but maximum 7, it would have started germinating. So this is how you plant soft coat and hard coat seeds. You know, it's possible to germinate any kind of seed. I've done it, and there is no difference between me and you. I'm a human being, just that I'm a radical farmer. I don't know who you are, but the thing is that you also can germinate any kind of a seed, and you can apply this principle to any type of a seed. So those which have got a soft coat, make sure that you don't cover them so much, but maintain a good moisture and put them under a shade. To those ones which have got a hard coat, use this technology which is free of charge. You can share with others. Put it in the water, then put on direct. If it is on top of the roof, put it for 48 hours, but make sure that you monitor the shape of the seeds. I've been planting seeds, and all these I've been planting using this same technology for the stubborn seeds, and I've been able to germinate them. I think this is going to help someone. I know it may annoy people who have got nurseries, but I believe sharing is caring. If I die today, I should have found, at least someone should be able to replace me. If I don't help others to succeed, then I'm useless. I'm good for nothing. There are those who know a lot, but you are holding and sitting on your information. I don't think those are the kind of the people we know. So let us share the little which we know, so that we can develop a better world together. And I want you, at least this year, each and every one of you should plant at least 10,000 trees. If you fail, at least 100. This technique works, and you have to do your own practicals to see how it has worked. And I truly value your support. May you stay tuned, and also invite and share with others to my channel, and also follow me on Facebook page. This is the Radical Farmer, and organic farming made easy. We are simplifying organic farming. Stay tuned and connected.